Well, it's short notice, but you throw a couple lines out there, wait about 15 or 20 minutes, pull that slack, and if it's been sitting at the bottom, you might entice something. That's not so rarity, but it can happen. Just looking to talk to some of my viewers. I'm actually pretty intrigued by this here. Not gonna lie, I like to talk to some of you guys and gals. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might have another ill attempt here. Anybody on? Hello, hello. And, anybody out there? Houston. Did we ever make it to the moon? Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, well. Oh, I got you. All right, hey guys. Oh, I think I had the setting wrong. Oh, okay. Definitely. How's everybody? How you doing, Liam? Hope you like the videos. As you can see, I'm not as nuts as I look, It's all part of the act. But I do live in the dungeon, as you can see, in the 1940s. But we here. Yes, hello. Zooch. Is that Zoochi? Zoo CC? Yo, 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 yo. I guess we lost one. All right. How are you? A nice cup of coffee. Yeah. Anybody still there? All right. All right. How are you today? Guess you're the only. Yeah. All right. We have a couple more in the house here. Oh, upstairs. Matter of fact, she might be out on a walk. I have a few roommates, so they yeah, she's either upstairs or out on a walk. That's Lila. Should probably do more videos with her. Good dog. How are you, Liam? Oh, I went to a private school, and they actually offered it there as part of the language. I had taken it for 8th, ninth, and 10th grade. So that's back from 89, 90, 89, 89 and 93. Yeah, 89 and 93. 89 or 90 to 93. I had taken it for about 3 years. Then in 96, I was going to a community college, and then there was another college a town away. And I had taken a course there, and they were supposed to have an interpreting program, and it fell through. So basically, any of the signs that you see are from memory from the last class I had taken, which was in 1996. I'm sorry. Yeah, 1996. Fall of, or no, I'm sorry, 97. Fall of 97. Between 96, yeah, fall of 97. That was, or it might have been 96. It was a while ago, I'm sorry. So it's a lot from memory. I was very good at it. Picked up the signs pretty easily. Love speaking with deaf, hearing impaired people. Uh, but I do remember a lot of it, so sometimes I throw it in the videos to make it a little more interesting. Yeah, I definitely love sign language. Helped a lot of people. Matter of fact, in 1998, I had a job at Sears in the heating and plumbing. Uh, where I sold garage door openers, water heaters, etc. And I had a deaf lady come in. She lost her keys, and she came up and she's signing to me, and I told her that I'd be able to. Oh, hold on a minute. Just unplug the phone. Yeah. So I told her I'd be able to help her. Find the you know find the keys. I forgot the sign for keys. But anyway, so I told her that, and she, all brightened up, and we looked, and I'm like, yeah, I'll help you look. Come on, and just seeing the emotion of her being so happy, I was able that she felt so relieved that someone could actually speak to her, and I did find them. I've done other things like I've had customers come in with broken down cars, and I was living at home at the time, and I always had AAA, and I barely used the five toes. And if I did, I'd have my parents' toes that I could use. So I would even offer people um, a toe. So if they were broken down where I worked, um, I would call AAA, and I saw them with the vehicle, and I need it towed to wherever it needed to be as long as it was in that radius. I always had AAA plus, and I did favors for people like that too. So yeah, I just like to help people out. So I've done stuff like that before as well. So I know I can act pretty idiotic and funny, and you know, however, but I'm more of a humanitarian type of dude, non-racist type of guy. Don't see color, you know what I mean? I see individuality, type of person, morality, you know, honesty, integrity, those types of qualities. That's what makes a person, not the color. So I mean, yeah, I definitely have a lot of empathy towards a lot of different races, cultures, creeds, religions, etc. and I don't persecute or bind or not bind, but persecute or shun anybody for how they believe. I accept everybody. What you believe is how you do, political, religiously, whatever. And the best is we can talk about our views together, not get into an argument, shake hands, and go our separate ways, and still know that we're trying to do the right thing for ourselves and for humanity. So that's all that matters. So I guess a little bit more about how I do. you know, I do love coffee, and I know if you guys see my videos, I know that. Thank you. And if you guys see my videos, I know I love cheese. Uh, Not doing the smoking one so much anymore. I you guys know I like smoking. But it seems you only get kind of paid half on that. And like I said, I'm only making pennies right now. And so you're not so it's kind of a deterrent in my opinion. And I don't know if I'm gonna make a separate channel for something like that. I kind of like doing the food, the ASMRs, that kind of stuff. I was thinking about getting like a microphone and setting up a different uh, area in another room of the house that doesn't look so run down. Or I might just keep it up in here and just keep it original and maybe do some things, like I don't know, maybe some gum chewing or taking gum out of wrappers and chewing some, or maybe even taking some candies out of wrappers and putting them on a soft cloth, or like kind of dropping them on a soft cloth and then like maybe eating one or two out of like 10 candies, or different things I've been thinking about. So I gotta check into some different things, but I'm always open to different types of stuff you know but I hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday. um yeah, yeah, definitely do. Yeah. Where are you guys from? Not United States? Hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna put you right here for a minute. I'll explain the couch in a second. Sorry about that. Oh, Tennessee, Michigan. Nice. Michigan, Tennessee, Iowa. All right. Pretty cool. What's the weather like over there? Pretty hot right now? How about up in Michigan? I imagine Iowa and Tennessee is definitely going to be hot. I'm sure Iowa is. I know Michigan's a little. That's where the Great Lakes are, right? It's never go hit with geography, but I thought Michigan was where that's the one that looks like the mitten, if I believe um on the on the map. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Nice, nice. All right, that's all right. 70 degrees. You ever been to the Great Lakes, Liam? And Wired Moose, you got to have some great wings, burgers. Oh man, barbecue. Can only imagine the great food out in Tennessee. Iowa, I'm not sure. How's the pizza? And all and from everywhere, Iowa, Michigan, Tennessee. What's the pizza like? Flat crust, regular like Greek, Italian, where it's like a thicker, good crust. Flat. You have Sicilian, which is thicker. I was get curious about the pizza in the different areas. I always wanted to go to Chicago and try the deep dish. Always wanted to try the deep dish. Um, you know, fr- uh, in New York here, they it's a lot of flat crust. You get some good, Little Italy. You get some good thick crust. But I love it all. I love a good Sicilian. I'm Italian, 100%. So I love a good Sicilian. I love a good flat crust. It's burnt a little with the charred crisp, kind of inverted pepperoni. Um, love veal parmesan, cannolis, spaghetti, meatballs. I love burgers, fries, wings. Love everything pretty much. Um, especially wings. Yeah. And a good homemade like when I go to the Italian restaurants and I get the pizza, I want the house Italian. Usually get some blue cheese and then I dunk my pizza. I always cut my pizza. I don't like touching the stuff. I don't like the grease. So I take my fork and knife. I cut up my pizza. I get fries, same thing, and I dunk them between the house and between the blue cheese. It tastes great. So if you guys ever have pizza, oh nice, yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. Best. But you got to get that nice. I've been to a few restaurants where you get some great great house Italian. Good stuff. Good stuff. Definitely definitely a good thing, you know. Oh, that came in I actually found that at a Stop and Shop. It was on a clearance section for some reason. I don't know. It was, excuse me, there were only a few of them. So I picked one up. It's great. It was awesome. I do love the Lucky Charms. I love the marshmallows. I could just eat the marshmallows, but the Peeps was good. I definitely did enjoy it. So I would definitely recommend getting some of those Peeps. If whenever they come up, I buy a few extra boxes. That stuff will stay good. 4, 5, 6, 7 months past expiration with all the preservatives and stuff that's in it. Definitely won't go bad. Definitely won't. But I like Peeps. They make some good chocolate covered ones. They make some real good chocolate covered ones. The Peeps. Yeah. Yeah, they make some real good chocolate covered ones. So, I like them. I like them. I'm not a big cereal person. I do like Frosted Flakes, but every now and then for the ASMR and the crunch and stuff, you know, I enjoy the cereal, not and I enjoy the milk and drinking it after. So I mean, I kind of add in a little bit. Um, it's kind of easy, definitely easy to eat, you know. So, but I don't eat that much either. I mean, what you guys and gals, everybody, well, now no gals, I don't think on here, but what you guys see is pretty much what I eat in a day. I mean, on the way, you know, in the morning, you know, I may have like, yeah, I have a protein shake, and I'm gonna put a tablespoon of olive oil in that. I'm gonna put a cup of whole Fairlife milk in that. The olive oil is gonna slow down any type of sugar in the milk, which isn't much in Fairlife. It's only 6 grams in a cup, and I also will add probably about 3/4 a cup of the protein scoop. I don't feel that I need 25 grams because the body doesn't assimilate all that, and it's kind of hard on the kidneys. So it's kind of better, in my opinion, to do half a scoop. But depending on how hungry I am, a full scoop is better, or even a scoop and a half. But that's way too much for me, especially. You know, I only weigh about 125, 120, between 120 and 130. Depends how much I eat, and how much junk I eat, and then how lean I eat. Um, and then I will also put 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon of Ceylon cinnamon. Regular cinnamon's okay, the cassia, but you want the Ceylon if you're going to use more, because cinnamon can damage the liver. So I add that. And yes, they do have a high amount of microplastics. Yeah, the powdered protein really is more toxic than it is any good. But I'm talking, I have it, you know, maybe 5 times a week, one time. But you are right about that. It would probably be better if I had taken some eggs and or some like I get farm eggs, so I could take. Hey, how are you, Emmanuel? I could take some farm eggs and I could probably throw them in the shake and drink them raw, or you know, eat some chicken with just some milk and the olive oil and the spices. So I do that. I also do a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and I do between 1 and 2 teaspoons of paprika. Throw that in, shake it up, and I drink it. Or yeah, the liquid egg whites, because they're, I think, safer. But my opinion on the liquid egg whites is you can't find them organic, and they're coming from unclean eggs. So in a pinch, I guess. I mean, it depends. The yolks aren't bad. You know, with cholesterol, usually eggs are gonna lower your bad cholesterol, and if anything, raise your good, unless you're genetically susceptible to high cholesterol, and for some reason the eggs are messing with it. If you're eating a lot of carbs and sugars, um, and refined grains like oatmeal is very high glycemic, which they might not tell you, but it is. Basmati rice is probably the best rice, or brown rice, but basmati tastes the best. um, but if you're gonna have your pastas, excuse me, your sweets, your cookies, etc., and now you're eating a lot of eggs and a lot of animal proteins, now you're gonna contraindicate everything, because uh, the carbs are gonna kind of scratch the arteries and stuff, and or can, from what I've read, and cholesterol is going to be sent there, so everything's going to be all mixed up, and then you're having high cholesterol. So if you're on a low carb type of diet and you're eating a lot of eggs and a lot of fat and you have high cholesterol, you probably be all right. Listen to a lot of carnivore guys and a lot of keto guys on YouTube to get that, like Dr. Berg, and there's another big carnivore meat guy. You'd find him. He's a doctor. I forget his name. But yeah, liquid egg whites are good. um, but and definitely if you're dieting or you're using them as a protein source, I would definitely use the liquid egg whites if you want to stay a little leaner. Maybe have one egg and then use the rest egg whites, or just use the egg whites. But the whites are good. Um, it's just and I'm no nutrition expert, obviously. I just research a lot, get a lot of information on YouTube and stuff, and kind of come up with some some of my own conclusions, I guess you could say. You know, but yeah, and a lot of times, all these supplements are so expensive nowadays. I was born in '77, so when I was in mid '90s, I mean, you get protein shakes for $30. You'd get a Twin Lab had something called a something gainer. It was a mass gainer, but it was called something, and the 5 gallon tub would be $29.99. You'd be like paying $15 for a 30 serving tub of protein, and for like a 60 serving, you'd be paying like 30 to 40, $50 max, and that'd be like the best stuff at the market on the time. Now, for just a regular protein with your microplastic in it, you're going to spend 30 to 50 to even 70, 80, $90 for a 5 pound tub of junk because it's all processed anyways. Now if it's cold processed, you're going to get some benefit because it's processed cold, so it's not going to be heated, so it's going to retain nutrient value. And if you get it from a good source and it's grass fed and you're paying a good amount for it, and et cetera, you're probably wise to do that if you can afford it. But the best way, in my opinion, is to just have some eggs, some yogurt, even some chicken in the morning, with an apple, some almonds, some raw peanuts. Teddy's makes a great peanut butter. It's all natural, no sugar, no oils, no nothing. It's just peanuts and salt, and I think they even make a non-salt. So instead of going to the deli and getting that one in the plastic, you can get one in a glass jar. It's called Teddy's. Tastes great. And even if you wanted it a little sweet, you take some Truvia or some type of erythritol, sweetener like stevia. And you put a little bit on the sandwich. You get a chunky peanut butter. You throw a little bit of that on there. Some good whole wheat bread. Sara Lee whole wheat is one to get, and also Nature's Own is another great whole wheat bread to get. And you throw it on there, and you have some good protein. You could even have that, with like two. You could boil up 4 or 8 ounces of chicken tenders. So you have that sandwich. You have 2 chicken tenders. You have an apple, and if you're hungry and can fit it, you have a little bit of yogurt, and there's breakfast. High protein. You got carbohydrate. You got protein. If you want, you throw some raw olive oil on there. Make a shake up like I told you. Get the raw olive oil in. Do some blends like I showed you. Put the raw olive oil in the blend with the fruit before you eat. So you have all that taken care of, and then you eat. And that's a good breakfast. I mean, so there's good ways, I guess, to get that easy protein in without spending money. You go buy a pound of chicken tenders, a couple times a week. You're gonna eat better, and so I guess that's that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all checking it out, or checking me out here. I'm going a couple minutes. Just wanted to see how the live was doing. But yeah, I mean, and if anybody has any questions, just let me know. I don't know But I mean, yeah, I like Stop and Shop Nature's Promise. They make a good organic one that's cost effective. Purdue is okay, but I've always but Purdue, if you're on a budget, I would say Purdue or Purdue Organic. If you're on a budget, if you're not, uh, Big Y makes a good smart chicken brand that you can get that's like in the middle of the organic, the smart chicken, and then the regular chicken. So that's a good happy medium. Uh, like I said, Purdue organic would be the one I would go to if on a budget or if it's available to you and there's not a Stop and Shop or Big Y. But if you have any food store that you go to and you see the tenders, just look for organic, or if you can afford a butcher, that's of course going to be another good option for you. But I like those chicken tender brands, and I do like the chicken tenders because what I do is I just boil them up, put them on a put them in a pan. But you got to get a pan that you don't like because you're gonna char it up a bit. And you're gonna have to scrub it. But so you get like I don't know, maybe a cast iron might be better, something that can take some scrubbing. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to put the tenders in there, submerge them with water just above, and then cover it and let it boil down. Flip them, let it boil down. It takes a little bit. Then eventually you're gonna pull that aluminum cover that I put over it. You're gonna throw that off. If of course the pan comes with a cover, then use that cover. And then you boil the water down, and then once it gets down, you throw some seasoning on it, and you just let it kind of char up a little bit, and it comes out pretty good. It's just done with water. And then you could even instead of mayonnaise, you could even throw it on some whole wheat toast, and then add half a teaspoon of olive oil. You can take your 4 ounces, crumble it up, split it up between the two pieces of toast. Put half a tablespoon of olive oil on one, half a tablespoon of olive oil on the other. Some mustard, if you like, some Frank Red Hot. Put some ketchup on the side if you like that, or put some ketchup on there. Put some pickle, whatever else you like on it, and you got a great sandwich. Another thing I'd recommend is, uh, especially for help with kidneys and stones and gallstones and whatnot, are the green apples, Granny Smith. Get them. Try to find them organic if you can. If you can't, so be it. And cut them up. Could add some carrots to it. It tastes great. Take a little red wine or balsamic vinegar, like you see in my videos. Throw it on top. A little bit of that Himalayan salt or sea salt. Celtic sea salt, I would recommend, or regular salt if you have it. But if you can, some Himalayan, and you have a great sweet and sour type of snack that can curb a craving if you're on a diet or if you're trying to eat clean. Then you just want something that tastes like it's a little unhealthy, but it's really not. But it kind of gives that craving because you're getting the sweet and the salt, you know? So I would definitely try that. It would definitely help if anybody's trying to diet. It would definitely help curb some of that sweet or some of that feel. And, you can eat as much as that as you want. Carrots, you got to be careful because they're, I think, a little higher glycemic. They're pretty much just sugar. Um, but it depends on what you're eating. But if you do the apples, you can do that a few times a day. Excuse me. And you can add other stuff. You got onions in there. You could add shallots in there. You could add radishes in there. You can make it a little cocktail of stuff. Um, Take some garlic, cut it up, throw it on the stove, a little olive oil, heat it up a little bit, get it a little bit ready. Even pour it on top of the apples with the vinegar, and I'm telling you, it's gonna taste great. And it's just a health concoction that's gonna be good too. So just some other ideas out the box to make things a little more interesting if you want to try to get more into making fruit, a little more exotic if you want to call it. So, I'm trying to work on different things. I do love my junk, but I've been trying to stay cleaner. So, you know, uh, definitely appreciate you guys sticking around for the 35. Any other questions? All right. Well, we will be back sometime again. Thank you.